Welcome. This is week 4, lesson 18. Hi, here are some things that we would like you to practice every day to strengthen your literacy skills. Please watch the alphabet chant video every day, read your decodable reader for the week, practice high frequency words, read for 20 minutes and complete a reading log. And we also want you to practice your handwriting skills. So get a sheet of paper and we want you to practice letters from A to Z, high frequency words, CBC words, and also practice writing short and simple sentences. Thank you. Hi, boys and girls. My name is Miss Hodges, and I'm going to be your virtual teacher for today. Let's get started. I hope you're ready to learn something new today. Let's start our day off with a song. 1, 2, 3, let's sing. Sit down and come together, together, together. Sit down and come together, together right now. It's time to practice sounds and blend them together. Let's practice our high frequency words and write them down. Let's start off practicing our high frequency words for this week. The word in the box is of. Can you say that word with me? Of. When you see this word, you will say of. Can you use it in a sentence? The garden was full of roses. Of. Now let me hear you say a sentence using the word of. Great. This word again is the word of. Great job. Okay, our next high frequency word is have. Can you say that word? Have. Say it one more time. Have. Now let me use it in a sentence. I have 2 dogs. Have. Now let me hear you use it in a sentence. Great. Thank you for using that in a sentence. Let's say this word one more time. Have. Awesome. Here's our last high frequency word for the day. The word in the box says from. Can you say that word? That's right. That word is from. When you see this word in the box, you will say from. Let's try to use it in a sentence. I am from Detroit. From. Can you use it in a sentence? Let me hear your sentence. Great sentence. Last time, what is this word? That's right, from. Now that we're all warmed up with our high frequency words, let's work on our sound drill practice. Today's sound drills will be all of our vowel sounds. So let's get started with the letter A. A as in alligator. Let's say that together. Alligator. What does the letter sound A make? Ah. You say it one more time for Miss Hodges. Ah. Great job. So the letter A makes a sound as in alligator. All right, here's our next sound. It's from the letter E. The sound says as in elephant. Can you say the sound? Perfect. Let's say elephant. Perfect. The letter E makes the what sound? Our next letter sound is the letter I, as in iguana. Can you make the I sound? That's right. Iguana. Say it with me. Iguana. Perfect. That's that letter I sound. Last time. Iguana. Perfect. Next up, we have the O sound, as in octopus. Can you say ah? Everyone say octopus. Great. Whenever you see the letter O, you're going to make the sound. Our last letter sound practice is going to be with the letter U, as in umbrella. Can you say as in umbrella? Great. Can you say umbrella? Great. When you see the U sound, you are going to make the sound Please turn to your decodable reader, Chip Can't Nap. Now, we've read this story already 2 other times, okay? So this is going to be your third read, and I'm going to ask for you to read this story with a partner or independently at home, okay? So open up to our Decodable Reader in your at-home learning packet and open up to Chip's Nap, and I want you to read the whole story 2 times, okay? So you can pick someone to read it to at home, or you can read it all by yourself out loud. Please press pause on this video so you can take that time to read your Decodable Reader right now, okay? Thank you. Who's ready to sing? 1, 2, 3, let's go. Now let's all be writers, be writers, be writers. Now let's all be writers like the authors that we love. Listen to the sentence, the sentence, the sentence. Listen to the sentence, we'll write it as a group. Okay, here are the learning targets for today's part of the lesson. I can use what I know about the letter sounds to write words in a sentence. So today we're going to become authors and we're going to write some sentences together. Okay, so that's what our first learning target is all about. Our second learning target is going to say, I can help write a sentence with the correct capitalization and punctuation rules. So that means all of us have to make sure while we're writing, we have capital letters in the beginning of the sentence and then punctuation marks at the very end of our sentence, okay? Who knows the 3 punctuation marks? Period, question mark, and an exclamation mark, okay? So we're going to make sure we have all those things in our writing coming up in the next part of our lesson. Let's get started. Okay, it's always great to go over our learning targets so that we know what's coming next. So as we know, we are about to become writers. And another word for being a writer is author, okay? So our job today is to write sentences. So in order for us to write sentences, we are going to need some writing tools. So please pause this video and go and grab a dry erase board and a marker or a plain old sheet of paper and a pencil. So take the time right now to go grab those things and come right back, okay? Great. I hope you were able to go grab those writing tools so we can get started. Today we will write sentences like the ones that are in our decodable. In our decodable, we have pictures, we have words, and normally the pictures match the words that are on the page. So we are going to become little authors and write some sentences that go along with pictures too. Are you ready to do that? Give me a thumbs up. All right, so we have 2 jobs to do. Take a look at pictures and then write matching sentences to go along with them, making sure we have capital letters and punctuation marks, okay? So that is our task today. Take a look at the picture right now. Who do you see in that picture? That's right, it's Chip. And we've been reading about Chip all week long. And we know that Chip was doing what in this story this week? He was trying to what? Take a nap. You're right. Chip was trying to take a nap. So when I look at this picture and I think about my decodable, it makes me think about Chip trying to find different places to take a nap. So if I was to create a sentence for this picture, I might say, Chip takes a nap in the hat. Because guess where he's sitting? In a hat. So let's see if we can create a sentence and write it together, okay? Chip naps in the hat. Can you say that with me? And put up your fingers to see how many words are in this sentence. Let's go. Chip naps in the hat. I have 5 fingers up. Did you? Do it one more time. Chip naps in the hat. I have 5 words in this sentence. So our sentence is going to have 5 words. So I want you to take your pencil and I want you to write 5 lines just like you see here on the screen. Okay, do we have our 5 lines? I'm going to give you some time to write your 5 lines. Okay, now that we have our lines written and now that we're ready to become authors, what we are going to do is write our first word. Who remembers the first word in our sentence? That's right, Chip, because this sentence is all about Chip, right? So remember our sentence, Chip naps in the hat. So our first word is Chip. Who thinks they can spell Chip? Let's go ahead and segment it out. Ch, I, Chip, okay? Remember the ch sound has two letters, but it only makes one sound. Okay, so go ahead and write the ch sound on the line. The middle sound is the I, like iguana. So that's that I sound. And then the p, our last sound, like parrot. Okay, hopefully you wrote the word chip and spelled it correctly too. So we're on our way to creating our sentence. What was the next word? So Chip naps. Let's see if we can tap out nap. Okay, and there's an S at the end of that one. Chip naps. So let me see you write the word naps, because we're looking at this picture and it looks like Chip is getting ready to take a nice nap in that hat. Okay, did you write and spell this word correctly? I hope you did. We're on our way to becoming an author. Chip naps. What's the next word? In. That is one of our high frequency words. We should really know how to spell that word. And there's the word in. Let's read it one more time. Chip naps in the. The next word is the. Do we know how to spell the? That's a second high frequency word. We should be able to write that, boys and girls. The. There it is. Wow, you guys have great handwriting out there. We're almost done with our sentence. Chip naps in the what? What did we say he was napping in? Take a look at that picture one more time. Chip naps in the hat. You got it, hat. Now that we have the word hat down, that was the last word in our sentence, but we're still not done yet. There's something that belongs at the very end of our sentence. What is it? Right. I heard someone say period or punctuation mark. You're right. We have to end our sentence because our learning target said our sentence must start with a capital letter and end with a punctuation mark. So let me go ahead and add my punctuation mark. There it is. So we are all set to have a full and complete sentence. And our sentence matches the picture. So let's read it one more time all together. You ready to read? Put your pointer finger at the screen and let's start at the word chip. 1, 2, 3, let's read. Chip naps in the hat. Very good, boys and girls. Let's do one more sentence. You guys are becoming great authors and writers. Okay, here's our next picture. Remember, our goal today is to match pictures with a sentence, okay? So we have the picture right here, and now it's our job to create a sentence that goes right along with that picture. So let's take a look at this picture and observe it really quick. What do you notice in this picture? I see a van, and I see who? Our favorite cat, Chip. Yep. So I think we should write a sentence about Chip in this van, huh? So tell someone else in the room with you, or you could tell me, what sentence should we write that goes along with this picture? Oh, wow. That is the same sentence I was thinking. Let's write this sentence. Hold up your hand so we can see how many words are going to be in this sentence, okay? Chip sees the van. I have counted 4 words. Let's do it again. Chip sees the van. That's 4 words. So if there are 4 words, how many lines should we write? Okay, flip that piece of paper over and let's start over if you didn't get a chance to, or if you have a dry erase board, go ahead and erase the last sentence and we're starting fresh now with this sentence, okay? So we are writing 4 lines, okay? I'm going to put my 4 lines down. Here they are. And now it's time to start our sentence. Remember, all sentences start with a what? Capital letters. So let's start off. Chip sees the van. So our first word is Chip again, and we should know how to spell Chip, right? Let's tap it out. Ch, I, Chip. Do it one more time. Ch, I, Chip. Go ahead and write Chip's name on the first line. Great. Chip sees the van. So now we need to write the word sees. See is one of our high frequency words as well. So let's try to write the word see. There we go. Sees. And we had to add additional S on that. Sees, okay? Chip sees what? What is he seeing? He sees the, and that's our high frequency word. Make sure you write your high frequency words and have that nice and neat handwriting that we've been practicing all year long. So let's reread it really quick to see what our last word in this sentence is. Chip sees the, what is it? Van. Let's tap that out. V, 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 like vulture. V, like alligator. N, 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 like nest. Like newt, I'm sorry. N, van. Okay? Chip sees the van. So let's see if you can go ahead and write the word van. Did you write that word? Great job if you did. Chip sees the van. Wow, you are a great writer. Did we forget something? Yes, we must have a what? Punctuation mark. Chip sees the van. So I'm going to go ahead and add a punctuation mark. Which punctuation mark should I add? Is this a question? I don't see a question word there. Am I saying this with a lot of excitement? Not right now in this part of the story. So I'm just going to make it as a statement, just a period. So go ahead and add your period. Let's read it all together now, authors. Let's go. Point a finger at the screen. 1, 2, 3. Let's read. Chip sees the van. Very good job. So now we have our sentence that matches the picture. Awesome. Now you're going to have to do this to a couple more pictures a little bit later on some activity pages, but I'm so glad you were participating and now you're working to build sentences, kindergartners. We are on our way and getting ready for first grade. It's time to go to work. It's time to go to work. It's time to practice what we've learned. It's time to go to work. All right, go and grab your activity pack. We're going to go ahead and get started on the independent work time, okay? So I want you to turn to page 72 and 73. Go grab it and come right back. Great, I'm glad you grabbed your work packet. Now that you're on page 72, let's take a look at it. So on page 72, it looks like you're going to be doing the same thing that we just finished doing. So you should have a lot of practice with this already and be able to create your own sentences that go along with the pictures you see. The first one is done for you. And we actually did the second one together. But if you would like to create a different sentence to go along with that picture of Chip in the van, please go ahead and use a different sentence if you like. So I want you to create 3 different sentences to go along with the pictures that you see on the right-hand side of the worksheet, okay? Have fun doing that. On page 73, you are going to become a bit of a detective. You're going to have to unscramble some of these sentences and make sure they make sense. So let's look at number 1. I see a picture of someone who's soaking wet with an umbrella and there's a puddle all around him or her, and this person is wet. So let me take a look at the words here. The first word in the box says I, the second word says wet, and the third word says am. I, wet, am. Now we've been practicing sentences this whole time. Does that sentence sound like it's correct? No, there's something weird about that sentence. It does not make sense. So we have to make sure that we put on our author cap again and make sure these sentences are unscrambled and they make sense. So what will be the correct way to write that sentence? I, wet, am. Yes, I think the correct way to write that sentence would be I am wet and then put that punctuation mark at the end. I am wet. So you would go ahead and unscramble that sentence and write it on the line below. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 more sentences that you must unscramble. I know you can do it because you have an author ear and you're a great writer, and I know you'll be able to figure out what word should go first, what should go in the middle, and what should go last, okay? Have someone at home help you out if you need a little bit of assistance, okay? All right, have fun working on that activity. Make sure you're practicing handwriting skills and punctuation marks with capitalization. All right. I have one last question before we close this lesson. What did you do today that is helping you become a better reader and writer? Think about it. Think about all the things that we've covered in this lesson. What have you done today to become a better reader and writer? Remember, we reread our Decodable Reader today. We did our sound drills with the vowel sounds. We were able to practice our high frequency words. We became authors and wrote sentences. We were tapping words out to help us. We counted words to create sentences. And we made sure we follow the spelling and capitalization and punctuation rules, right? So there's a lot of things that we covered. So you go ahead and tell me one thing that helped you become a better reader and writer. I'm listening. Great. I agree. Great job. Remember that skill the next time you are about to read or write something. Remember what you just said. Okay, boys and girls, it's time to end our lesson for today. I will see you next time. Have a great day and take care, and make sure you finish your work packet and do your high frequency word practice as well today. Don't forget about your reading log. Bye.